You gorgeous little thing.
In Sydney, owner Anthony has brought his 12-year-old Jack Russell Terrier in to see Rob.
Come on in.
Thanks, Sol.
Rob has known Ernie since he was a 12-week-old pup.
He was a great little pup. And now, you know, he's sort of the old man, being an older dog. Of course, that increases the chances of something sinister going on inside him. All right, big jump, Ernie. There you go, big boy. How are you? How's he going? What's happening?
So over the last few weeks, he's been randomly urinating, and it's been quite dark brown. And he's been behaving a bit odd for about 4 weeks now. It's got us a little bit distressed.
Yeah, look, there's lots of things that could be. So let's have a listen here. Beautiful heart, beautiful, perfect. Always had a beautiful heart, haven't you, Ernie? You do wonder what's going on with that bladder. It doesn't feel quite right, and he resists a bit in that area. This is a very painful part. The whole pelvic area feels very tight. So the things that it could be are infection, and it'd be nice if it was that. It could be bladder stones. It may not be the dreadful, big C. I'm hoping for infection or stones, but cancer is always there as a possibility in the bladder. Let's find out what's going on, and if we can, fix it.
Thanks, Robert. See you, Ernie. Be good.
All right,
Be good, little fella.
Come on, let's go. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.
We'll do an ultrasound. We may even have to x-ray the area. Okay, let's have a look with the ultrasound. See what we can see, Ernie. Isn't he a gorgeous little dog? Oh, yeah, something in there, see those? So that's the bladder, and there's definitely something in there. Hope it's stones, could be cancer. Let's light him up and see what happens on the x-ray. On the ultrasound, this is a difficult one because there's something in that bladder. I really need to find out a bit more, so we'll take him to x-ray. Let's go. Stretch out. There. X-ray. Let's have a look. Okay, there's the bladder. And wow, look at that. There's definitely something in there.
Rob is looking for signs of bladder stones or for dreaded cancer that could prove deadly for the little dog.
Stones right there. Bladder stones, this is good news. Let's get in there and get them out. To me, this is good news because I can get in there and operate. I've done it lots of times. Hopefully remove all the stones and get him back to the way he was before this dreadful thing started in his body. There we go, he's going to go to sleep now. Bladder stones occur as a function of the dog's metabolism. They form crystals in the urine, and the crystals tend to accumulate until you get actual stones. So we need to find out what those stones are so we can find out what sort of diet to put him on to try and prevent it occurring again. So Ernie, sorry to do this to you, buddy. It's a big catheter too.
Rob drains urine out of Ernie's bladder to avoid fluid spilling into the abdomen during surgery and potentially causing dangerous infection.
Okay, that's about all we're going to get out by the looks of it. And now we can open him up and hopefully remove all the stones. Just made a nick in the abdomen, and we have to exteriorise the bladder. So now we've got to look inside it and get the stones out. And there's one. Put them on the swab here, the actual bladder. So I pulled out the first one, all good news. And wow, look at that. A little bit more fishing and we get 2 in one go. There's lots of tiny little ones I can feel right down the bottom. If I don't get them all out, they'll just get bigger again. He'll have to have surgery all over again. And I don't want that. Done. That's exactly what we did see on the x-ray, all those little cluster of stones. And there they are, ready to go to pathology for analysis. So what we'll need, sweets, is some saline, please, to flush the bladder up. There's all gritty sand or gravel, if you like, in there. So now I use a saline flush and wash it out until I can put my finger in and have a feel around and not feel any more grit. And now the next trick is to make sure that we sew up the bladder so that it's watertight. Can't afford to have leakage of urine into the abdomen. So this is really difficult because I am suturing the bladder when it's contracted down, but it's going to expand like a balloon, and you know, my sutures are going to be under a lot of tension. I've got to be very careful that they don't all just burst open when the balloon's full. So another layer here. So in all, we've had 6 layers of suturing, 3 layers in the bladder. Then we have the abdominal muscle, then we have the tissues under the skin, and finally the skin itself. Okay, we're done. All right, little Ernie, time to wake up, little man. By the end of it all, you're concentrating a lot as a surgeon and you're exhausted. But very happy that little Ernie is looking good. Good man, he's coming to very well. Good boy. There's my man.
An anxious Anthony has arrived at Rob's practice to collect his adored Jack Russell Terrier, Ernie.
Well,
hello, Dr. Rob.
He is.
Oh, hello,
Plus,
Ernie.
they're stones.
Wow.
They're his bladder stones. That's the good news. They're not in him anymore.
That's
Can
amazing.
you believe that? He's really well. He's gone very, very well.
Hello,
Hello,
Ernie.
darling.
You feeling better?
Really good news, wasn't it, Ernie? Not quite as serious as we thought it could be.
Isn't that good news, Ernie? I'm feeling relieved that Ernie's not as sick as we thought he was.
He's been shaved all under there, so he may be a little bit cold, but we'll take care of that. In the meantime, some antibiotics, please.
Yep.
Half a tablet, twice a day. One more thing, got this for him, because he's such a neat little dog. Come here, big boy. Warmth is so important to him going into this cold weather, and I love these. Being older, they feel the cold a lot more. You know, they've got aches and pains, just like I have when I get out of bed. Recuperation is going to be a lot better if he's comfortable.
Look what you got. You got a surprise.
Yeah, these WeatherBeetas, you really can't beat them. Pretty good. If they're a real good wind jacket, but they're fleecy lined inside.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So
thank you.
you will stay very cozy in there, won't you, my darling boy? Look at you, little man.
Wow, it fits really well.
Perfect. Don't you look handsome in your smoking jacket?
WeatherBeeta.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good. I love them.
So the last month or so, Ernie's been a little bit cranky and unhappy, but it's good to see him walking outside now and back to his old self again in his nice jacket. All right, Ernie. Nothing to worry about.